Filipinos are the people who are citizens or identify with the Philippines. The majority of Filipinos are descended from the Malay people and Austronesian ethnic group and originated from the Southeast Asian mainland and Indonesia. However, many Filipinos also have roots in China, the United States, Spain, or Indonesia. All right, let's get to it. Let's talk next about the Mexico and the Philippines history. Let's go. Vámonos. What's up, guys? Welcome to Mexican and the Philippines. Guys, what's up? What's up? Welcome back to the channel, El Regio y la China, Mexican in the Philippines. Guys, today's topic, I've been asked before, or people just simply tell you, oh, Mexico is like Philippines, you know. So for today, let's talk about that, okay? Let's find out. Now, guys, make sure you pack the like button, cabrones, and if you want to support the channel, links in the bio, all right? Yes, Mexicans immigrated to the Philippines, guys, during the Hispanic period, which lasted from 1565 to 1821. During this time, many Mexicans came to the Philippines as soldiers, sailors, prisoner slaves, adventurers, crew members on the Manila Acapulco Galleon. Alright. More details about Mexicans coming to the Philippines, immigrating, was military. Many Latin American soldiers, including Mexicans, were sent to the Philippines to fight in wars such as the Castilla War and, and the Battle of Manila. Now, the Manila-Acapulco Galleon was a major trade route between the Philippines and the New Spain, and many Mexicans worked as traders on the route. Intermarriage. Many Mexicans settled in the Philippines and intermarried with indigenous population, creating the Filipino mestizo. Also, there was a forced migration from 1765 to 1811. Nearly 4,000 Mexican troops and convicts were forced to migrate to the Philippines. Now, the Spanish administration, the Philippines was administered from the Viceroyalty of New Spain's capital, Mexico City, for over 2.5 centuries. This led to many Filipino governors being Mexican Creole. However, Mexicans never colonized Philippines. The Spain colonized Spain, all right? Now, the true nationality of the Philippines goes way back more than when Spaniards came to the Philippines. All right, let's talk about it because not a lot of people talk about it. Well, think about it as well. It seems like people only talk about certain areas of history. I wonder why. The nationality of the Philippines is Filipino, a Filipino citizen or someone who identifies with the Philippines, right? Let's get to it. Now, even though they were formerly being subject to Spanish colonialism, only about 2 to 4% speak Spanish, fluent Spanish, not Chobacano, not other language, fluent Spanish. Now, in Mexico, especially in the Mexican states of Guerrero and Colima, Filipino immigrants arriving to New Spain during the 16th and 17th centuries via the Manila Galleon, however you say that, were called Chino, which led to the confusion of early Filipino immigrants with that much later Chinese immigrants that went to Mexico from the 1880s to the 1940s. A genetic study in 1918 has revealed that around one-third of the population of Guerrero have 10% Filipino ancestry. Now let's talk about origin and genetics of the Filipino people. All right. The Aboriginal settlers of the Philippines were primarily Negrito groups. Negritos today comprise a small minority of the nation's overall population, receive a significant gene flow from Austronesian groups, as well as the even earlier Basal East Asian group, while the modern Austronesian-speaking majority population does not, or only marginally show evidence for admixture, clustered closely with other East South Asian people. There were also immigrations from Australasia, Australasiatic, Papuan, and South Asian peoples. That's hard to say. The majority population of Filipinos are Austronesians, a linguistic and genetic group whose history ties lay in the maritime Southeast Asia and Southern East Asia, and throughout Asian migrations can be found in the indigenous people, stretching as far as east as the Pacific Islands and as far as the west of the Madagascar of the coast of Africa. Now, current predominant theory on Austronesians expansion holds that Austronesians settled the Philippine Islands through successive southward and eastward seaborne immigrations from the Neolithic Austronesian populations of Taiwan. Other hypotheses have also been put outward based on linguistic, archaeological, and genetic studies. These include an origin from mainland southern China, linking them to the Liangzhu culture and the Taiping King culture, later displaced or assimilated by the expansion of speakers of Sino-Tibetan languages. An insituable origin from the Sundaland continental shelf prior to the sea level rise at the end of the last glacial period, 10,000 BC, or a combination of two. The Nusantao Maritime Trading and Communication Network hypothesis, which advocates cultural diffusion rather than a series of linear migrations. So even though, there was a lot of Mexican immigrants here in the early years, the Philippines today is not Mexico. There is no differences. There is no similarities in the culture that I have seen yet. There is no, the way people talk, the way people live, there is no similarities at all. So bottom line, I would say no. Mexico is not like the Philippines. Anyways, that's it, guys, for today. Interesting topic.